fruits. 40% of food in the U.S. goes uneaten. Save money, save food, save the planet. Visit Seattle Public Utilities for more tips.
This is Big Poppy, host of Jazz from the Cabinets. Join me each week for a listening tour of the first century of jazz, an eclectic mix of Dixieland, big band, cool jazz, bebop, contemporary jazz, world jazz in all forms. That's Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy on Rainier Avenue Radio, streaming worldwide on RainierAvenueRadio.world.
Are you in need of new or gently used clothing? Hope's Community Closet is here to help. We offer a wide range of clothing for men, women, youth, children, and infants. Join us on the fourth Saturday of each month from 12:30 to 4 at the Silent Task Force. We're giving clothing with care, community with heart. Lovely Ladies Lemonade for sale, and shop to the sound of old school soul. Any questions? Contact Alicia Kennedy, Executive Director of Women United at 206-316-7601. 206-316-7601. Come and find the perfect outfit for you and your family. We look forward to seeing you there.
Rainier Avenue Radio.
Welcome to Clean Greens Living, broadcasting here live on Rainier Avenue Radio. It is your host, Queen Bree. Thank you for joining me here today on this beautiful November Tuesday. It is doing what it's supposed to be doing in November. It's getting a little cold, so make sure you guys are staying warm, drinking your vitamin C. What else should we be doing? Hand sanitizer, wear a mask if you're sick. Stay home if you're sick. What else can I remind you guys about this weather? Nothing, because you're going to do what you want to do, but I just want to put that out there. Anyways, I want to thank everyone. Clean Greens is now down for the season. We have one more thing. We're doing a giveaway this weekend. We're giving away 100 bags of produce. If you want to be a partner in that and giving away some food, please contact me at blackdollarcleangreens@gmail.com. We're giving away food for this Thanksgiving year. So if you want to participate, please let us know. Also, please don't forget, at New Hope Baptist Church, we will be having a Thanksgiving feeding the day after Thanksgiving. So the day after Thanksgiving, if you or someone you know are in need of a warm, hot meal, please join us at New Hope. If you can volunteer, we are looking for volunteers. We are looking for food donations. We are looking for blankets, gloves, hats, you name it. We are needing it for our Thanksgiving feeding. So please, also you can reach out to me at gmail.com. I'm blackdollarcleangreens@gmail.com, and let us know. We want to make sure that our community is fed and safe and warm for this winter. And if you know of any resources for anyone of where they can stay during these winter months, please reach out to us and let us know, and let's stay connected and let's help our community, because it starts with us. All right. I am so excited about our guests. So a few weeks ago, we had the women Dream Keepers of the Diaspora on, and I have such an amazing time with the women. Oh, you guys, I'm a part of the group now. Okay. Anyways, so I have one of my group members here. Whoa. Yes. Y'all better watch out 2026. Y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. I'm with a group of bad Black women, okay? But today I wanted to bring everyone back because they all had such amazing stories, and I wanted to talk to them. And so our very first guest is going to be, well, you've been here before, but this is her second time back. So we're just gonna do like a recap. This is Darnesha Bowman. Sorry, Darnesha Bowman. Okay, Darnesha Bowman, sorry, okay. And we're going to welcome to the show, and we're going to talk about the things that you got going on. Sorry, I wish I could edit that. Okay. We want to talk about what you have going on, Black Northwest, and then you have Let's Do the Work.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about that. And what I love about this is before these women came, I was just like having all these ideas in my head. And I was like, am I doing too much? Am I making too much sense? But it's always lovely when you're around a group of women, you realize that you're not doing too much and this is normal and you can do it. And so we just want to talk about your multiple businesses and your book.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's recap. We had you on here before to talk about Black Coffee Northwest. But for those who are new viewers who have not seen or have not heard about Black Coffee Northwest, can you just tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, I'm so excited to be here. Hello.
Hi.
I'm Darnesha. I say Bowman with pride because I love my family's name and the divorce was included in that. So listen.
Listen. And I feel that. It took me 2 years before I changed my last name because that means something.
It means something for me. Black Coffee Northwest was really birthed out of my passion for community and community building and my love for coffee. I love coffee. It's something that I've always loved, and I love community. And the opportunity came over in 2020. My daughter actually had talked about opening a coffee shop. You know how it's something, you just always say stuff like one day I want to, or I need to. And in 2020, I actually had to leave my job. I had to file a workplace discrimination suit because of some of the things that were happening in there. I won that. And once I got that settlement money, I decided that I wanted to open this coffee shop. And I wanted to provide a place of excellence, a place to hire us first, provide opportunities for us to learn how to be baristas and also in other areas of business. And it's just a community hub, and I love it.
And you do that. Like, you know how some people be like, I want to. She actually does that. Like when you first started out, I visited your first shop out in the North End.
Yes.
And you had the young women there. They had strong titles.
Yes.
They had to work for that title. You taught them.
Yes.
You had space for community and everything. And I love that about what you did. So thank you.
Thank you. I wanted to really model it. My experience in the workplace was not great.
Yeah.
It was very traumatic. Leading to a lawsuit, right? Like that means that there's a lot of things that happen. I spent 25 years in the nonprofit sector. I started as a volunteer and worked my way up. And in every area, I just faced different challenges, but no one talked to me about it. I was just told to show up, smile, just keep going, or it's not happening, and it was really hard. And I really wanted to provide a space and a place for young Black women who are like-minded, brilliantly minded, highly capable to show up, come. And all I want to do is give them the tools.
That's what we need. I know plenty of times there was things that I wanted to do. And when I would go to a person who was in that profession, it would just, it would be weird vibes. And it'd be like, well, just so you know, it's hard work and da-da-da. It's like, you don't got to tell me that. I'm here to ask for help. Show me the way. And I've seen you do that for people. So look, thank you. Thank you for showing by example. So let's do the work. What is Let's Do the Work? Girl, she is powerful. Let's Do the Work.
Let's Do Work is a consulting company. And so I work mostly with women, Black women who are looking to transition out of their full-time jobs into full-time entrepreneurship. And so I work to coach them out and then also work to help build their businesses. And so as a business coach, I've spent a lot of time doing the work with corporations. I did a lot of work with nonprofits in this area, working with boards, volunteers, building strategic plans. And I decided to shift that and really work towards just the individual, working towards your plan, using that same philosophy, but not for you. Because that's really what I had to apply for me to do it. And I've been a full-time entrepreneur for 5 years. And I'm really proud of that because that's not easy.
Yeah, you've been doing the thing. Like I've been seeing you showing up in work. I mean, showing up in community, showing up for yourself.
Showing up for myself.
I kind of Facebook stalk you. But yeah, I've seen you. I've seen I don't know you personally, but I've seen the transition, and you really are someone to look up to, and you are putting you're doing the work that you're saying you're going to do, and I love that. And I know that in a lot of nonprofits, that's not always. The case.
It's not the case for the most part.
It's not the case. So, I mean, look, we can talk so much about this nonprofit part because you made a post and I can't even remember verbatim what it said, but I felt it to my core because I have been in nonprofit and I identified with the things that you said. But let's start with the book, and then I know that's going to take us to where we need to go. So, Grounded in Grace, Called to Shift.
Ooh. I I'm called to. So are you. So are all of us.
Yes, I love that. Tell us about that.
Grounded in Grace really was just this is my story of my process. I'm talking my process out loud. You know, we don't talk about the hard days, the hard parts of it, the refining parts of it, the pain parts of it. And I really just been challenged to share my story and come out of shame.
Yeah.
I lived in shame for a very long time for decisions I made or things was in, mistakes I've made, you know. So this book is really just my coming out story of the process I went through, you know, surviving abusive home as a child. I had an abusive mother as a child. A lot of people don't talk about that. What that does to you, your self-esteem, how you see yourself, the messages that are in your brain, you know, how to rewire that, what that looks like. And so like that, then I got into an abusive marriage, you know, and then
because people don't talk about how you were raised affects how you choose your partner, and some of that stuff is just so deep in you, and you don't recognize it until you get into that relationship.
People pleasing. I talk about a whole chapter about undoing people pleasing because no one taught me how to do these things, and so really my mission and my goal and my passion is just to tell the story to help the next person, because I had to learn these lessons the hard way. And if I would have had someone just say, "Hey, like avoid that." You know, or that behavior is like
that's why I went into what I was doing, because I realized, like, you know, I'm young and I'm freshly married and we have kids and we're going through things. But it's like no one's talking about the nitty gritty.
Yes,
we only want to highlight the good stuff. And there are things there's power in telling your story, and there's power in sharing. And I don't think people understand that. So tell us about the nonprofit part of it. Like,
Grounded is my nonprofit, and I started that in 2000 actually. In 2000, so I started. It was a youth performing program. I don't know if you remember. It's called Greenwood Drill Team. I had a drill team, drum line. I started that program because in the North End, I grew up in the South. I grew up out here. My parents got divorced, and then we moved to the North End. And I was like, wait a minute, like
culture shock.
Ooh, yes, and this was back in the 90s. So like we didn't have these conversations about race or nothing like that. I was just from one place to the other. And I struggled, but I started creating like little micro communities. I started a step team at my school. I started the BSU at my school. I started like doing these things. And so that's how I started the drill team program out there, is that when gentrification happened, a lot of families moved north and a lot of moved south. The ones that came north, there was nothing for the kids to do. There's nothing. And so I just created that drill team program, and that was the nonprofit. And then it turned into an after school program. Then we started providing, wraparound services.
How old were you when you did this?
I was 20. 20 years old. Yeah, I was 20 years old. And the thing that really did it for me is that someone said yes. Someone said, yes, come in here and do it, and I'm gonna help you, and I'm gonna guide you. And so I have so many mentors in community that I love so much. So many elders, they still call and check on me. My Aunt Winona, and then they call, if I'm doing, they be like, what are you doing? What's going on? But they hold me accountable, and I love that. And
I love that. And I love how you talk about moving north, because I went to school north for a year, and it was like the worst year ever, because it was like, there was Black people in our school, but there wasn't many. And not all the Black people were as welcoming, because, there's another Black person to compete against. And so we don't talk about those systemic things that go on that we don't even know what's happening as children.
We didn't even realize how it impacted us either.
Okay, so the nonprofit, can you talk a little bit about your experience with the nonprofit? And because I feel like I won't say the name, but I worked for a nonprofit that was very big and very, let's put Black women in front and uplift them. And that was their slogan. But in the back, as a Black woman working for them, that was not how we were being treated.
Absolutely.
And so
I would love to talk about it. So I did a TikTok video about my experience with nonprofits, and it just took off. And what happened was there were so many other Black women that talked about their same experience of starting off. We are the community healers by naturally. That's just who we are. We want to help. We want to show up. We're highly capable as Black women. We are the leaders in most of these spaces. And so they just take our intellectual property and they just take it, and it's abusive behavior.
Yes,
it is. I always talked about how my mannerisms were, my hair. I've been written up for every job I had. I was written up because I was too loud. I was unprofessional. And then I would have other Black women in those spaces try to coach me to be more professional. Change your hair, you know, like, you know, you got to be this way, show up this way. And I just resented that so hard my whole career.
I had experience like that, not in nonprofit, but like in management style. I was trying to be a manager, but I wasn't taking their stuff. Like you can't talk to me this way. You're not going to treat. And one of my beautiful Black coworkers was like, "You're never going to make it in this company because your personality is too strong."
I was told that so many times, and I was like, at first, like it weighed on me. You know, I did try to change. I did try to conform for a while, and I got so sick. Literally physically sick. I ended up in the hospital due to stress in my early 40s. Like with a heart attack, the stress is wild.
That is crazy.
And that's when I really had to take a step back and be like, you know what? I just need to be me, and trying to conform to this whatever is just not working out for me. Even though it did take me from one place in my career to the next place. Like it did launch me. But I was so unhappy, and I caused a lot of harm to other Black women as well. And I had to go back and correct that. I went back.
I love that.
I went back. I apologized. I just ran into a woman that I worked with at a nonprofit recently, because we're working together in other space. She's like, I remember when you called me and apologized, and I didn't really know why. I didn't understand why, but I was like, I really needed to correct that because I was really hard on you unnecessarily. You know, I didn't welcome you in, even though I see that you were doing your best. I was doing to you what was done to me. And a part of my process was I had to go back and fix it.
I love that, because some people would be like, I'm changed now. You're just gonna have to get over it. But you went back and apologized, and let's normalize apologizing. Even if the person doesn't understand it or get it, apologize. I do that too sometimes. I'd be like, oh, that was not okay.
Not good.
Let me just go back. So what made you want to speak out about it?
I was just tired. I was so tired. Like when I ended up in the hospital, I reached out to media at that time. So I was like, you know what? Like y'all ain't gonna put me in an early grave due to stress because you don't see me as I know I am. Like I know who I am. And at that point, like I got 20-something years of proof and evidence. Like I'm like, check my resume. Like Google me, baby. Google me at this point. Like, and you guys got me in this space because you know I deserve to be here. And so I reached out to media, and then Jenna Hanshirt from King 5 reached out to me, and there was a whole story done about workplace trauma, because no one had really spoken about that. And so that's when I just continued to keep speaking out, because then other women were like, me too, me too, me too. And so now we're just at the place where like, what are the solutions? Like, what do we do to fix this and remedy this for the next generation? Because I don't want my daughter to go through that.
No, not at all. Because you want people to be themselves, and you don't have to be a specific type of person to get the job done.
That's right. You don't. And I proved that. So all of the methods I had put into place, you know, all of my experience, I proved it when I opened Black Coffee. Because I hired young Black women. I told you don't have to code switch here. I want you to be yourself. When they came in and they would like change their voice, I'd be like, no, you don't need to do that here. Be yourself. Wear your braids, because they're coming from other places as baristas where they couldn't wear braids, where they couldn't do this, they couldn't do that. And I was like, no, here, be yourself. And we created systems and processes to protect them along the way. The customer wasn't always right. I got you. I see you in the workplace. I know who you are. And I kept to myself the whole time. You know, for 5 years, they stuck with me. They stay with you, changes through closures, through this, ups, through me not knowing what I'm doing. Sometimes I'm a new business owner with a brick and mortar. Like there's sometimes I was like, what is going on? Like, what are we doing? But, you know, they stuck with it. And so I proved that when you treat them right, when you treat people good, they will work harder for you.
They will. And I love how you talk about, because if this happens a lot with Black women, we are like, even from your early stages, we were just talking before the show a little bit about how we're proud of our daughters because they accomplished so much when they were at their tender ages of 22. But you were accomplishing a lot at 20. And like, so you've always been a leader, but to have people try to dim your light. And I don't understand what it is that Black women cannot walk in their confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And we know we could do it, evidence-based.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally had to, like you said, check my resume because people were questioning the things that I do and what I know. And it's like, what is that? And what solutions do you think that we as a community can do to stop that?
Yeah, I think just calling out the behavior, and I used to be mad, I used to be frustrated. Like, you come for me, I'm coming for you. You go for me, we can go there every time.
You go high, I'm taking it to hell.
We're going all the way there every single time. But I had to take a step back and have empathy for the fact that you don't love yourself enough. Because if you loved yourself and your Blackness as a woman enough, you would see me and love me. So it turned more to like, dang, like you don't see you, how great you are. Because if you see the greatness in you, you would see it in me. And you would know, it would connect immediately. It would become both be great together.
Right.
And so I just had empathy towards them and start kind of treating the situation like that. I think just having the conversation and really doing take a look in the mirror, like, and look at yourself. Like, do you love you? Do you love your body, your lips, your hair, your mannerism? I just love us so much. So when I see you, I already love you.
Yeah. And what you said there, I noticed too, is it's so ingrained in us to code switch that when they see people like us come, it makes them feel weird. So it is true to have empathy because they're not, I've seen this video. Sometimes when people get so mad, it's not even them being mean. It's them addressing something inside of them that they're not quite ready for.
Yes. Yep.
And that is so true, but it is so ingrained in us. I mean, we deal with this in nonprofits all the time where Black people are leading the pack, doing real impactful things in the community, but they still feel like they have to appease the other people.
Yes.
And I'm all like, I don't know, but sometimes I feel like I probably would have been a Black Panther back in the day because I'm like, I don't subscribe to that. Like, we're Black, we're powerful. Like, even all this stuff that's happening in the world today, right now, or in the United States with our president and Senate and all that stuff, that doesn't scare me because I know as Black people, we're gonna rise to the occasion. We're gonna get it, especially the Black women. Black women are gonna get it done.
Every single time.
So how do you move and keep going through this work with your confidence and not going back? Because you talked a lot about, childhood abuse and I was telling a friend the other day, you just have to just do it one day and just like you said last time you were here, you just chose yourself. And I told her it's not going to be easy. You're going to look crazy and it's going to feel weird for you. So how do you navigate that?
I just know that it's going to be hard and it's going to be crazy. I just tell myself every day, like, it's going to be crazy. The first time you do anything different is hard. It's never going to be perfect. And I'm a perfectionist. I'm a type A personality also. I'm also a person that wants to know the outcome before I do something. And so I've even had to just change myself and know that every day I want to be the better version of myself. And that means I'm have to try something different. And that means it's going to be crazy and hard, but I just got to do it every single day and, make a conscious choice to do it. Cause I really feel like and create a habit around it.
Yeah.
It's
changing those habits.
21 days, can change, you can create a lifestyle change. And that's just science. And so I'm like, oh, well, God made this body and this brain to do what it needs to do. So if I can do something for 20, like working out, I hated working out so much, I really do. But now it's a part of my lifestyle. Yes. I love it. It gives me, I schedule around working out and that is crazy.
It's like, you got to work out first. Yes. I'll be there later.
Literally. I'm like, I can't go hang out. I got to go work out.
Nice.
That has never, ever been a part of my conversation.
Nice.
But it's just
I love that.
Prove to me every day that I can. I put affirmations all around my house. I write letters to myself. I write journals to myself. I use my phone and I just write letters to myself and notes when days are hard. I just go back and read my own words.
See, I can't do that now. I can write the notes, I can get it out, but going back and read it, I'll be like, girl, it's okay. I got to go back and read it. That's it.
Go back and read it.
Go back and read
it. And then I go back and read how far I've come.
Nice.
What I overcame. Like you said, it's evidence. Like this day I was having a hard time about this, but I overcame that, girl.
Nice.
Like you can do it. You did it then, you can do it again.
Okay, back to your book.
Yes.
What is it that you want people to walk away from when they read your book?
I want you to walk away and know that you have a purpose on this earth. No matter what your story is, what your start was, you can restart, and you will get the tools. I have journal prompts. I have literal tools in there and plans that you can follow and make for your transformation process. And just know that the process is not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. It's going to be messy, but it's going to be so worth it at the end.
Yeah, because it's kind of like you're breaking down the old values, old you, and you're building up a new person. And so that can be hard. Is the book out now, or when will the book get out?
The book is out now. You can get it on Amazon.
Okay.
And I'm really excited. It's really dedicated to my daughter as well. You know, she's the president of my company on purpose. Nice. Succession planning. I'm giving her a tool book and a guidebook. Really, like, this is a gift to her. Nice. Like on your mom had hard days too, you know, but she was able to overcome using these tools, and you can use them too.
Nice. I always say my daughters, especially my eldest, who is living her dreams, is the love letter to me, my mom, and my grandparents, and the women before her who didn't have it the easiest. Because like, I feel like us millennial kids are like the first generations where we're breaking, like our parents broke some generational practices. I can't speak for yours. I'm not trying to speak for yours, but some generational practices. But there was a lot of things that we had to work through, release, let go of, thought processes that was really just like instilled and passed down from generation to generation without anyone stopping to think, is this working? Is this really evident? Like we said, evidence-based, that it's supposed to be this way. And so for us, so to watch our children thrive in what they do, it's a beautiful, beautiful story. And then to write that story for her to have, like, I've been wanting to do that for my children, because you want your kids to be okay, and you want them to know that, one, we're not perfect. Right. Like I told my daughter the other day, I was like, we're not perfect. Parents don't know everything. We just been there before you. We did a whole bunch of stupid things before you got there, so we know just a little bit more. So, but we want to be here to help you. So nice. Okay, so for anyone who is, let's see where we're at on time. Oh, we got 1 minute. One self-care tip you can give to someone right now.
One self-care tip is to choose you every single day, and no matter what that looks like.
Yes, and I like that you said that, because they make it so hard for not just a wife or just a mother, just a woman, period, and a Black woman. Choosing yourself is like, what? Yes. Gross. Yeah. So I love that you said that. It is okay to choose you, and that is not selfish, because you can't pour for an empty cup.
That's correct.
You have to fill yourself up, and then you give from the overflow. Yes. So thank you for that. And thank you for coming. I'm pretty sure you'll be back 1,000 times, because I just love the work that you do and what you have going on. And I appreciate you.
So nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. You guys have a good day. See you next week.